Macondo blossomed like an improbable flower in the middle of an untamed wilderness. What had started as a collection of modest homes grew into a lively village, bustling with life and ambition. The Buendía family, at the center of it all, became both the architects and symbols of Macondo's rise. Each member of the family contributed in their own unique, often contradictory way to the village's prosperity. Yet, even in these early days of promise, the shadow of loneliness and inevitable decline loomed just beyond the horizon. As the founder of Macondo, José Arcadio Buendía remained a towering figure in the village's imagination. Though his role as a leader was complicated by his growing detachment, obsessed with his experiments in alchemy, he spent days, sometimes weeks, locked away in his laboratory, scrawling formulas on parchment. His dedication to uncovering these mysteries was a reflection of Macondo's own hunger for growth and discovery, but it also symbolized the isolating nature of ambition. While José Arcadio toiled in pursuit of his impossible dreams, Úrsula, his indomitable wife, became the true backbone of the family and the village. She managed the household with an efficiency that bordered on the miraculous, overseeing not only her children, but also the growing number of visitors, travelers, and new residents who passed through their doors. Úrsula possessed an innate practicality that allowed her to navigate the chaos of life with unwavering determination. She saw clearly what her husband could not, that prosperity required balance, that ambition must be tempered with care. As Macondo thrived, its isolation began to erode. The village became a hub of activity, attracting merchants, laborers, and adventurers who brought with them new ideas and technologies. The once quiet streets now bustled with markets, festivals, and the clamor of progress. It seemed as though nothing could stop Macondo's ascent. The Buendía children, each embodying a different aspect of their parents' personalities, came of age during this period of prosperity. José Arcadio, the eldest, was a wild force of nature, a boy whose physical strength and appetite for life made him both admired and feared. As a teenager, he fell in love with a beautiful young girl named Rebecca, who arrived mysteriously at the Buendía home, carrying a bag of her parents' bones and a voracious habit of eating dirt. Their love was fierce and scandalous, defying Úrsula's attempts to control it. When José Arcadio and Rebecca eloped, it was both a testament to his rebellious spirit and a foreshadowing of the family's inability to escape its own tumultuous nature. In stark contrast, Aureliano Buendía, the second son, was introspective and contemplative. He spent his childhood observing the world with quiet curiosity, fascinated by the rhythms of daily life in Macondo. As he grew older, this sensitivity transformed into a profound sense of duty and idealism. Aureliano's path diverged sharply from his brother's when he became embroiled in the political struggles that began to seep into Macondo. His transformation into Colonel Aureliano Buendía, a revolutionary leader, marked a turning point not only for the family, but for the village itself. Aureliano's entry into politics was both accidental and inevitable. He was drawn into the local conflict between liberals and conservatives, not out of personal ambition, but because of his deep-seated belief in justice. What began as a modest attempt to bring change to Macondo soon escalated into a full-blown civil war, with Aureliano at its center. He became a legendary figure, a man whose name inspired both loyalty and fear. Under his command, Macondo became a battleground, its streets no longer a symbol of prosperity, but of division. Even as Aureliano rose to prominence, his experiences revealed the futility of his ideals. The war dragged on for years, consuming countless lives and leaving behind only sorrow. Aureliano's victories brought him little satisfaction. Each triumph felt hollow, each battlefield another step away from the peace he had sought to achieve. He began to see himself not as a hero, but as a cog in an unending cycle of violence and betrayal. His despair was encapsulated in the goldfish he crafted in his moments of solitude. Intricately detailed works of art that symbolized both the beauty and futility of his dreams. As Aureliano's war consumed him, Macondo began to fracture. The prosperity that had defined its early years gave way to uncertainty. The once unified village became a place of factions and whispers, where neighbors eyed one another with suspicion. Even the Buendía family, once the bedrock of Macondo, began to crumble under the weight of its internal conflicts.